Peace, what's up? If you don't know me, I go by casual professionally. Matter of fact, I normally start my show by playing one of my songs, but I'm getting tired of doing that. I'm like, let me switch it up. For more reasons, because my distributors, I haven't gone through the effort of whitelisting my own music at my distributors. So I've been getting red flag with my own music. So I'm gonna take this time and do a short video to help artists, any artists who come across this page, who be tripping off getting their bread, who. So this is what I heard the other day, and I said I gotta do this video. But more than doing this video, it's about I don't really got no propensity to set up no company to do nothing like that. But I was watching Dang Dash the other day, and he said something. He didn't say that what the root of this video will be about. But he said something that made me think about something that I heard Snoop Dogg say. And when he was talking about the sale of his portions of Reasonable Doubt, he was like, really, whoever buy it is just going to be like memorabilia or artistic piece. And he said that was because he ain't got no money off that record. And my eyes were like, huh? Then he went forward to say how much he thought that it probably made a year. But I also heard Snoop Dogg say once that he didn't get no publishing or nothing off of Death Row. So I'm like, all right, cool. I could do one quick video real quick to talk about a few things and how to track down your paper and how to get your paper. Especially, I mean, in this, for artists, new artists should look at this like these are some of the places where you set up to get your issue in the modern day time. Some of these companies, but for older artists, the industry has went through a series of changes, and if we had not kept up with those changes, we probably would not know what happened. And so I could use my career for one, right? I got signed to Jive Records in 1992 as casual. Well, 93 as casual, did my whole career that way. I got dropped from Jive Records in 96, something like that. So now, whatever causes an artist to lose his relationship with the label, it might be various different things. You might just finish your deal or whatever and not know what's going on. Well, if y'all remember, like you might just finish your deal and not be in touch with that label and not know what's going on. If you remember when Jive shackled or quit or ceased, because I'm doing this video in a different way, I don't want to be discouraged by viewership, so I turned off the view. The views is hidden. But if y'all want to say something in the chat when you tap in and let me know you're here, that'll be cool. But one thing that started happening in the 2000s, I don't want to say a lot of labels start folding, but some of the bigger labels, and it's probably still happening, it's already done. A lot of the bigger labels bought up the smaller labels, and they bought up the catalog that was on those smaller labels. So suppose if you was on some really, really small label, a subsidiary of a subsidiary, you know what I'm saying, then you probably didn't even know how to keep track with your product. Because there wasn't no place they announced that. It wasn't no way to know. They didn't send out no letter or no memo. They just sold their companies. So now you could be right now, the music that I put out on Jive back in the day, I collect from a total different company, and we talk about that now. And I guess some people don't know about that. But so let's talk about some of the mergers, I guess, that happened in the early 2000s or whatever. What have we? And then we talk about all of these auxiliaries. I try to put them all in one, all the places you should go. So for your publishing, just for out the record, y'all probably already know. Everybody, ASCAP, BMI, you let your pennies trickle in or whatever. You got a hit, you getting something substantial through that. That ain't really what I'm thinking. But some of the outlets we let fall through the cracks. If you don't have a music reports account and you don't have a Harry Fox account, just go set them up right after this video because you're leaking. It might have, and if you've done things, it may be something there. More recently for digital music online is Sound Exchange, but the bigger portion is the artists from the old school who don't really know where their money is. It's possibly at one or two places. I don't know what's up? I see you in the chat. If anybody know one of the two labels that I'm about to mention right now, put one up or say it in the chat. Let's see. And I won't wait for too long. And I'll start talking about one of them, which formed as a conglomerate. And I don't got my dating and everything. I'm just going off the top of the head of what I know. First they were into, we know them for being in the movies and all type of things, and I guess no, they've been in the music for forever, but they expanded. Some memo went out in the music industry, and they just start buying everybody up. And so one of them was Universal Music Group. And to do the research, you simply ask you what I will do it now for people. Universal Music Group, UMG. So check this out. And this is to this day. All of these labels are administered through Universal Music Group. Capitol Records, Island Def Jam, Brushfire Records, Casablanca Records, Decca Records, Universal. I'm not going to read them all. Aftermath Records, right? I ain't doing politics right now, but it wasn't Trump. I didn't even, I I couldn't let that happen. But to keep it real, I didn't even put my ballot in there. I had it. I didn't even go. So that's what I did. You feel me? Carolina Records, Blue Note Records, Aware Records. California was blue. It was over. That shit ain't changing nothing. Well, let me keep it right here. And I don't have no big, but just for a side note on that, I don't got no big strong take on that. If it's Trump, if it's Kamala, whatever, I more was less thinking about who gonna do something with them wars over there. Believe it or not, that was on my mind. So even Motown, so check it out. Now imagine if you was on the old school Motown label and you had not known that Universal Music Group now administers for Motown. Well, just right there, that's what you need to go do. That's where your money at. If you was on Polydor, remember that old school label Polydor? So they bought all the labels. You can look at it right here. EMI, remember EMI? Mercury Records. They got Taylor Swift and Kanye. They still right now, right? Caroline Records, 50 Cent. Again, this is just Universal Music Group. And had you have any history with Universal Music Group, Blue Note Records. So maybe some artists who released on Blue Note back in the day who did not know that's where their money is at. Yep, it's at Universal. Universal Music Group, UMG, or you could go to UMPG, Universal Music Publishing Group. Sign up for your account. I'm telling you, it'll be just like that. Sign up for your account. Tell them who you is, and they be like, "What? Please." So between UMG and it's probably even others, we'll go to Sony. I want to say what? What labels do Sony own? Yep, it ain't like you gotta wait for no big punchline. I ain't gonna make this no long video. Dude, if you can see a list of all the labels that Sony owns, half the industry money is at Sony. So if you ain't got a Sony account, you can have the app. Sony, man, hopefully everything right, because I ain't never even, they got cash out, right? And I'm like, they acting like everything's seamless inside of their issue. Inside of their application, the artist portal, basically. But let's look at all of these labels, right? So the industry really got bought all up by the bigger labels. Exactly. He said Michael Jackson was trying to tell him is the truth. They went out and bought up everything. Look, Columbia Records. So all of this is under Sony now. And I'm going to go back up and show y'all how I got caught up in this. And you can probably show me how. It says, according to the Sony Music official website, the main labels are Columbia Records, RCA Records, Epic Records, Arista Records, Legacy Recordings, Sony Music Latin, Sony Masterworks, Provident Label Group, Sony Classical, as well as Nashville divisions, and the first four named. Let's look at all the labels that's encompassed up under that. Columbia Records. Matter of fact, I might have to light Chief Fucks up right after this video. Hold on. 30th Century Records. 410 Sony Music, SME, 410 Alamo Records, Hypnotized Minds. I ain't going to read all of them until I see one that we notice. Labels, they got all of the labels that was on Epic. Cactus, Dream Catchers, Battery, So Def, Bad Boy. See? So now the Bad Boy checks is getting cut through Sony. Right now. And if you had a recording that was on Bad Boy and Bad Boy Down and Dumb, your money is at Sony. Unless some of these labels are still up and running, then they still cutting checks to the company. Will I Am Music Group. Well, that's how I got caught up, but it's hard to see in this regard. RCA Records back in the day was what? Who was they label? Well, I remember seeing Jive Zombo RCA on my stuff, and I used to trip off that. So let's see how this goes there, if they ever mentioned any of that. Let's see how that happened. All of these sales, and maybe they was in bed with RCA through some other way. I don't know. But I would have thought that that name would have been on here right here. Because anyway, you could go from RCA Inspirations. I thought the Jive labels would have been in here. Whoever, Aesop Mob, Nappy Boy Entertainment, all of this is now under Sony. So what do and where do you go to start trying to make these recoveries? If you release something on Milan Records, I'm talking about all the way back to Bluebird Records. Some of these people releasing in the 1930s and the 1940s don't know where their money at. This is a valuable video I'm showing you right here, right now. And the video will be over in about 10 minutes because I'm not gonna stretch it out. I hate when people do that. Try to stretch it out and tell you extra information to make you watch them for longer. This is just it. Meaning that if you know, maybe you was like, man, you had an elder that released a record on Playbill Records or Bluebird Records, and they don't know where their money at. This is why. But they got it. They waiting for you to come get it. Now, this is how I got caught up. See, I'm even learning more about my own career because when I came into doing this video, even though I know Jive and Zomba had associations, let me make this bigger on the screen. Even though I know Jive and Zomba had affiliation with RCA Records, this is how I got caught up. Look, and I didn't even know this. Nobody come tell you, bro. You got to turn to a researcher, learn the metal netter, and then go be like, oh, you tripping. Now I'm going to tell you what they're going to do. They got a status that they put your account in to hold your bread if you ain't got it them. You be on account hold, right? But just to go through this, let me go down here. And what we're going to see, now somehow, it says Legacy Recordings, something I don't know anything about. So all right. So they acquired Jive through is American label that is a division of Sony, formed in 1990 after Sony's acquisition of CBS Records. So after they bought CBS, see, they had this plan in place for a long time. They bought Columbia. How much hip hop you know came out on Columbia? They bought, remember old school Epic Records? Who got this much money to buy all these record labels? Sony. So you telling me, is that even an American? I mean, I know it's not an American company, but I'm just trying to point to that. Sony is huge. But RCA Records Nashville, now you see J Records. Y'all remember J Records? Well, this Jive, they had J Records, Windham Hill Records, Arista LaFace, and Jive. So now if you a Jive artist and don't know where them old Jive checks is being cut to, that's where they at. And I did a release on Jive, right? Yep. Buddha Records. So it's a lot more. Don't get it twisted. I'm no place close to the bottom of the list. I won't go through the whole list. Who remember this? The Orchard Red. The Orchard is now its own company. But they even, look, all of these labels. And so, okay, Our Future. Basically, if you are, and this is for the artists who might find this video and think that this is useful for them. If you do think you know something that is up under this, let me show you what you need to do. All right. And if you want to make claims for maybe one of your elders who had music and you didn't know where it was at, you could come go see what label they was on, go look at this list, and trust me, it's only like everybody owned by 3 companies. Like you be thinking music coming from different places, it's just 3 companies. Look at all this. Everything you think, some of these you think is independent. And I'm talking about the mainstream music. We know we got. Now look, independent labels distributed by Sony Music Entertainment. Distributed is different. But yeah, we could go down that list too. If they distributed by Sony and you independent, you know where your money at. That's not what I'm talking about. If you got the mind to be an independent label, then you already know you signed that deal with them. But see, what about you signed a deal with Jive like I did, and then Jive go and sign a deal with some other people that don't tell you, and they just sell themselves. So here are all the former and defunct labels that are owned, and this is what I was mostly getting at. Jam Master J Records. Artists who released on Jam Master J Records probably don't even know where to go get this money. Def Jam, Sky Blaze. It's not a game. Rough House Entertainment. And you could go on and on. The list is right there on Wiki. So now let's talk about how they go get that paper. And then I'm going to try to let this not be longer than 30 minutes. If you think that you may be on that list or any of your music, or they might have some money for you, this is where you need to go. For Sony, and then I'll show you the other one. Sony Tool, Artist Tools .sonymusic.com. Now, if I'm on that list and I'm so small down in the music thing, a lot of people who be on there complaining, talking about, I ain't even ever getting no money from that album. That's because this you ain't seen this video. They not gonna come after you to get you your paper. So you'd have to get it. So this artist portal obviously set you up with real-time earnings, real-time cash outs, advances, and real-time trends for any of the people who is on any of those labels that I just showed. Unless, of course, if the label is still administering to you. They got a phone app, right? Artisttools.sonymusic.com. If you was on the list that I just showed, all of the stuff is here. You can go look at all your old accounts all the way back from the 90s. Feel me? How juices is this? So look, whenever you see this video, I don't even care because I'll be needing it. Shout out and say something, say thank you, give it a, let me know that you really did it. One time I was talking about a company that could give small businesses loans, and the brother came back like a couple weeks later talking about what he got from that company and made me feel cool. So hopefully it is an artist that's going to see this and going to be like, what? I'm diving straight into that. Right now, let me show y'all some other stuff. This is for Sony. Now, people will never know where to go if you got caught up in the first group that got bought out by Universal. And I just was in my account too. As a matter of fact, yeah, here we go. Let me clear this stuff out. You need to come here and sign up and register. UMPG, the leading royalty portal for songwriters. Right? Get right in there. Come down, I mean, sign up. They're going to ask you, who is you? Why is you signing up? Bow. You feel me? That is if, who do they administer for? All of the groups, all of the labels that Universal purchased. Yeah, this ain't one of those tricky videos. It's simple as that for those two. But we could go further. Because if your song is being used, and you just need this anyway, right? This is Harry Fox. The other two is way different. Like they might have, if you an old artist, they might have some, and you don't know, they might have some hundreds of thousands, some millions for you. You never know. It depends on who you are, or who was related to you that left you their catalog, and you don't think it's worth nothing. You don't know where the money at. Nah, that's worth something. Now, Harry Fox agency basically, see, them labels, when they was controlling that money, I mean, when they was controlling your intellectual property or whatever, they went and hooked up. Since they had an interest in your music, they went and hooked up with all these people that monitor the use of your money. I mean, the use of your intellectual property. Yeah. Now, Harry Fox agency simply, anybody want to use your song? Oh, let me just show you. Right here it say get paid. See, that's all you gotta click. I'm trying to tell you. Let me make this bigger. Get paid. They got a button that say get paid. Want me to click it? Become a Harry Fox affiliate. Join a team of world-class experts in every area in mechanical license tracking and reporting payments. Apply today. So if someone uses a sync license with your music, or somebody use your music, in order to do it, they went to Harry Fox to get the license. If I wanted to license music now, say I was a company that wanted to use a song or a TV show, they come to Harry Fox, right? Get the rights to the song, and then they pay Harry Fox. And so if you ain't got no line on Harry Fox, then maybe your label collecting their portions, but you ain't getting your portions. Right? And so that's why it's good to have one. Now, the first two I mentioned was bigger and a lot more key, but I said I was going to put almost all of them in this video. I mentioned the ones that all of us be knowing: Sound Exchange, BMI. Those are just like publishing administrators, so to speak, right? But Sound Exchange is different. Sound Exchange collects on what? Digital. So here's a law that got passed. A law was passed that if you featured on a project and they using it in the digital space, so to speak, because that's what they deal with, and I'll read it from Right What We Do. They have to pay the featured artist for it no matter what, right? And so basically, I'm going to show you, I'm going to read from their website so you can see why this is so good. Sound Exchange's combination of technologies, data-rich solutions, and expertise are relied upon by the global music industry to make it easier for creators to get paid. Operating at one of the lowest admin rates in the industry, Sound Exchange offers products and services that enable the business of music. Our technology solutions make it easier for creators to identify and track music, oversee rights payments and relationships, and for digital service providers to fulfill their obligations. Now, They handle their business and they will hold your money for a while. The first time I helped a artist get money out of this, the amount was $30,000. And so it is something in there. If you don't got one of these accounts, you should lightweight feel happy. Now, if you don't got one of these accounts and you've been juking, like you got some music being played, not on, so they collect for one particular type of digital, right? Not all types of digital, but one particular type of digital. And in my memory, I'm thinking it is, satellite radio. This is what they collect for. Now, if you think about it, if you look at some of your publishing statements, what you'll notice is satellite radio is left out of a lot of them, right? So if you ain't got no sound exchange, sign up. Now I'm gonna try to find a part on their website, and I showed this before, where you could come and actually just see if they got some bread for you. Look, are you owed royalties? Now check this out. This is so powerful that there's just some people that I know and I've often recommend, and I've even done it myself. I have to keep it a buck. You can use this tool to help other artists while you make a job for yourself. Because it says, are you owed royalties? Well, think about all the artists in the world that don't know about this. Dude, I could probably find some royalties for Dame Dash right now because he just said, well, he's not a featured artist. So that's one thing that you're going to keep in mind. This is for artists who've been featured on a project or released a project and it's got some use on like XM or Sirius satellite radio. And it be significant. So what I've seen some do is simply find out who got some paper out here, contact them and get them their paper, and ask for a small percentage. Wise people do stuff like that because you helping somebody get their bread, and that way you getting your bread. I play games and just pop artist names in here that I didn't think had the business acumen to be signed up, and found hella money for artists. Look at this. We're going to do it right now. Are you owed royalties? Recording artists and sound recording owners must be registered with Sound Exchange in order to receive digital performance royalties for the use of their sound recordings in non-interactive platforms like Sirius XM, Pandora, and iHeart. So that means if you thought that your statements that you was getting already included Sirius, Pandora, and iHeart, you're wrong. All that money sitting right here on the table, no matter how big an artist you is. So we're going to see who some of those. Now I could guess. The first person I'm going to guess is a really big artist, right? But she kind of independent. And I'm only being boozy and guessing that she might be leaking right now. I'm going to put her name in here and see how many. Now, if she is in here, it's probably going to be some millions. So if you notified, and whoever notified, people do that for 10%. Wow. But anyway, I'm just talking about some arbitrary stuff. She could totally not be in there. I said, let me run this person's name through there and see. So it says, if you are a sound recording owner or recording artist who has not registered with Sound Exchange, then you can use the search tool below to see if you're owed royalties. Just like that. So if you're thinking that the artist is unregistered, you come right here and strictly put that name in there. Now, who one of the hottest young females? Let me see. I don't know why I think she might be in here. Let me see. I'm about to put Glow up in here. Man, she about to pop up with paper on the paper. Watch this. I'm wrong though. She on top of her stuff. I just clicked. So this, it worked just like that, y'all. Now if you click it, oh, there it go. Now what I just do? So there go your money. I'm not playing with y'all. Glow, your song with Lil Durk, you ain't collected on that yet. So this how you be like smashed, like, you know what I'm saying? Like to know for a fact. I mean, this is what we be wanting to know, right? Information is money. Which one of y'all about to hit Glorilla and let her know that this issue sitting on the table? She can't act like it ain't. This is public information. I knew Glow had some money sitting here, bruh. Because she young. And if the older artists are saying that they ain't figured out how to get it, the only way we survived is knowing all of this type of stuff. But y'all see that right there too. I don't know about her song with Hit Kid, but I'm pretty sure that's an issue. But I guarantee you the Glorilla and Lil Durk, all the money that's owed to her for performing on that song on Sirius Satellite Radio, iHeartRadio, and the other one sitting on the table. One of y'all want to say, I'm turning this video off now, go contact her through social media, but you got to know how to do it right. I could tell you. Well, you just want to say, okay, I got some issue for you, some money that you got that's uncollected, but you know, in order for getting it to you, this is what I need. You need to draft up a contract, right? You pointed to it or ask for power of attorney just to make that one collection. You could contact them before you get all the numbers, know what the numbers is. But then this is real life. And you see right there, Glow sitting on the table. Shout out to her. That's one of my wife's favorite artists. You feel me? Y'all ready to get the banging, I see. All right, so that's just that for Sound Exchange. I'm not gonna let this video rock for too long. But if you ain't doing that, you can sit here all day and put artist names in here, right? And make it your business to contact them and let them know the money they got sitting on the table. I mean, if you go back to some older artists, come on now, you know, people who they not monitoring their account, it'll probably be all their songs listed on there. So there you have it. Oh, that's not every place. As long as you got you a publishing administrator, you got Sound Exchange, you on top with the Harry Fox, you got Music Reports, you got one of them. If your old catalog got bought up by UMG, I show where to go there. If your catalog got bought up by Sony, I show where to go there. I'm just trying to help because hey, I know it'd be hard being an artist and you don't know how to access some income that you made, right? And so I just wanted to contribute that and share. If I get some time, I will come back and get on some, you know, I might just start another stream and just start getting on the teaching hype. I got a few seconds. But yeah, that's that. Who else could I put? Tell me an artist to put in here right now. Word up, Alpo. Before we go, we're going to put another artist in there to see who got money sitting on the table. Well, I know Dame Dash ain't an artist, right? But since he said he didn't get no money off one of them things, see, he ain't an artist, so he ain't going to be on here. But give me somebody to put in here before we go. Glow had money up in here. Glow really. You just come type her name, bro. This is the evidence that it's in there. If you ain't got no line on contact with her, Sound Exchange ain't gonna listen to you. But if you had some way, if you was representing her just even for to get her this issue, then they would. But you'd have to prove that somehow. Drake got all his money. He ain't got nothing in here. Watch this. Oh, no, this is some. Oh, Drake and 21 Savage, bro. See? That's what I'm trying to show y'all. So you could go be like, okay, Casual just showed me my next new business. Because Drake could probably give you the majority of this money. Come on now. Drake ain't tripping. He'll be like, bro, that's your new little business. You can have 50% of that. Yep, Drake got a song in here. Just one. Who else y'all want to do? Albert, you hit with that Drake. Drake and 21 Savage. That's probably some money, bro. Definitely some money. It's over 100,000. They never collected, dude. This is how you showed. I mean, I'm not trying to be vindictive. I'm trying to help. But this is, I could probably put Snoop Dogg. Because the way he be saying he ain't got paid off nothing. See, told you. A Snoop and Nate Dogg sitting right here. So if you don't be thinking, why ain't he doing what he's saying? I've done it plenty of times. I told you the one time I did it for a group, it was 30 bands, right? And so, but this just ain't what, this is just some knowledge I'm sharing for artists who don't know how to get their own money. And the byproduct of that is showing the people who ain't artists how they can help artists get their money. Oh, don't say Pac. I remember doing Pac back in the day. I don't think he got too much in here. But that's the Snoop Nate Dogg song real quick. You can go help them. No, yeah. Whoever on Pac, they on top of his. Maybe I could say. T-U-P-A-C? No. Yeah, I mean, you know, they ain't letting no Pac be in there. But you think about the newer artists that make this YouTube success that don't know where their money coming from. They helping them is a thing. So one day, and I'm gonna end it with this. I think I heard it was Boosie who said, if you ain't getting no money, the best way to get some money is to help people get their money. I just showed you live Glorilla, Snoop Dogg, a Nate Dogg cut, and Drake all got some money sitting at this company, right? And they don't know about it. And if you think about how much money you think a Drake song with 21 Savage made in digital on Sirius satellite radio, bro. Please. It's going to at least be into the hundreds of thousands. It's not going to be little. This ain't like the Sound Exchange don't be giving you them pennies like that. Like they be having something going on. I'll be like, how could they pay that good? But whatever. All right, y'all, that's that. I'm gonna come back with another video on some knowledge. All right. And if y'all appreciate that video, look, when you get your issue, bruh, you better hit that Cash App right there. I'm just playing, but I put it up because I do appreciate all the support for the people who like, damn, he just told me how to access this money from back in the day. Go on and buy me a coffee or something. That's all it's all about. All right, last thing he told me to check was 21 Savage. I'm going to come back. We're going to check 21 Savage and get up out of here. So you got to think about the people who think they hella gangster, right? And don't really do paperwork good. And you know, they get their money hella much in person from shows. A lot of people don't even trip off this money. Look, Mo 21 Savages all over the place. How many he got? Oh, he got 3. Oh, man, yeah. So you get a little bit of that issue from 21 and the other side from Drake's side. 21 Lil Harold and 21 Savage. Tootsie and 21 Savage. 21 got 3 up in there. That's probably at least. I couldn't imagine this not being at least 75 racks. And I'm probably underestimating. Why I know that? Because see, from the first time this song got made until today, this is evidence that they have never collected for what's been on Sirius Satellite Radio, XM, iHeart, or the other one that they said. So I'm not trying to make them look bad or nothing. Trust me, I had stuff in here. And I'm going to check right now. You know it's not going to pop up. Because we should be up to date. You see what I'm saying? Right? But yeah. Oh, 21 Savage and Drake is an album? Oh, wow. That's big money right there. Oh, man, I need some of that. All right, let me hit Drake real quick. I don't know how to hit Drake. I'm just going to hit him in the inbox because he's so on the left field of hip-hop. He going to fuck around and respond to a casual inbox. What's up? I'll do it right now on Instagram. What's up, fam? Got some bread for you. I just need you know what I mean? You know what I mean? What's up, fam? Got some bread for you. It's already yours. You just left it on the table. I just need a small issue. But all right, that's how you do it. I'll holla at y'all. I'll be back with another video. I got some time. Make sure y'all tap back in because we're going to do the knowledge. All right.